going to be learning the basics of crochet. So I use US terms when I'm doing stitching, and that's what we're going to be focusing on today. So I'm going to be showing you the stitches by making face scrubbies. These are a few of mine that are available for sale on my Etsy. So I'm going to be making those today and explaining the stitches along the way. We're going to be using Bernat Handicrafter cotton in the color Classic Navy. Oops. So you might hear, well, you will hear when a crocheter is starting a project, they will always start with a slip knot. So I think there are multiple ways of doing this, but this is the only way that I know. So you take your yarn over your two fingers and you wrap it around and make an X. Then you pull your fingers out and keep that X there between your index finger and your thumb, and carry the yarn that is behind the loop inside. Hold on to that while you grab this piece and the piece that you had in between your finger, well, the tail that's there, and pull. That was probably such a terrible explanation, but hopefully you guys could understand it. Let's try one more time. Hold your fingers, your yarn over your first two fingers, wrap it around and make an X. Then pull your fingers out and replace it with a loop and pull. And that is a slip knot. So now you normally just tighten that onto your hook, and of course I'm using a size I 5.5 millimeter hook, and we're gonna start. So that was a slip knot. We will start by chaining 4. Now this method of chaining 4 and going into the first chain is to replace the magic ring. I could show you a magic ring. I think it's more difficult sometimes. I'd rather do the chain 4, but it's helpful to learn that as well. So I'm going to do this chain 4 that I'm talking about, and then we'll go back to the magic ring. So you could chain 4 and slip stitch into the first loop. Now a slip stitch is when you go into the loop, you put your yarn over your hook, pull through the first loop, and then pull it through the second loop. That is a slip stitch. It's quite different from a single crochet, which I will show you. A single crochet involves, I think I took out a chain, yeah. A single crochet involves going through the loop, yarning over your hook, pull through, and then yarning over again and pulling through those two loops. That is a single crochet versus a slip stitch. You just pull through both loops at the same time. So we'll get back to that, but I'll show you a magic ring. Let's hope this works. So again, get your yarn over your first two fingers. I switched the placement of my tail. I'm not sure which one works better for me when I'm working, but we'll just go with this this side. So my tail is on the right side now, and I put the yarn over my two fingers. I'm going to cross them, pull out my fingers, pull the yarn like this, up like this, the same as a slip knot, but I'm not going to tighten. You just leave this loop here and kind of hold it to the circle that you have and put your hook in and I just hold the tail behind it, which is why I think it's kind of difficult to handle. But once you kind of just hold that and then you start, you can chain one. I think after you chain one it kind of becomes easier, so this is more stable, and this is a magic ring, so then you can just start working into that. So I will chain one. Chain one is just yarning over and pulling through a loop. Now you've just chained one. So although these face scrubbies don't use double crochets or triple crochets, I'm going to show you anyway, and then we'll just get to the actual pattern for the scrubbies. So we have a chain 3, I believe, here, and you can do double crochets with chain 2s or 3s, because normally patterns will count a chain 2 or a chain 3 as a double crochet. You might see that pretty often. So we have a chain here. We're going to yarn over your hook so that you have 2 loops on your hook. Go into the magic ring, pull up a loop, make sure that's not twisted, pull up a loop. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over again, pull through 2 loops, yarn over one more time, and pull through 2 loops. That is a double crochet. So we're going to do that again. You always start with yarning over, so you start with 2 loops on your hook. You go into your stitch, in this case our magic circle, yarn over, pull up a loop. Now you have 3 loops. You're going to yarn over, pull through 2 loops. You're going to have 2 more loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Always remember you're pulling through 2 loops. And now for a triple crochet, you yarn over twice. So you start with 3 loops on your hook. You go into the magic circle, you pull up a loop. Now you have 4 loops. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We'll do that one more time. Yarn over twice, 3 loops, go into the circle, pull up a loop. Now you have 4, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And there you go. So now that we've learned all our basic stitches, which we're not even going to use all of them in this pattern today, I think we can start. Sorry, you're gonna have to come back next time to see how I made this crochet face scrubby. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and let me know in the comments what you learned. I'd love to see how prepared you are for the rest of the video. Come back next time for part 2.